the drive-through karaoke.
Yes.
Carpool karaoke with my Corden, this UK guy, and then that's with Mariah Carey with J-Lo. It's very free flowing.
That's very nice.
Yeah, you don't need to be, you don't need to be perfect to start. You just have to start
Period.
to get progress. You know. And these are all contents, and 24/7 people are watching. Guys, welcome back again. I'm Chris, super business developer, and we're making sure we're increasing your cash flow but not your taxes by checking all your financial statements and tax returns up to date. Today, I have a special co-host. I think we're gonna be a regular co-host, and we are a mobile entrepreneur because we literally drive everywhere. We were like three different locations. This is a Chris and Terry show. We're bringing business and life here in Dallas to the spotlight.
Oh my God. No, it's very exciting. Very exciting. Thank you so much, Chris, for having me.
I like to have you. Okay, share. Can you
So-
share what you're eating?
All right, guys. So, well, first, I am the CEO and founder
Oh, yeah.
of Blairjo Media, which is a media and digital marketing company. So we help you with anything branding, anything marketing. We have a team that can help you build your logo design, everything from typography.
Right.
Then we have the once you build your brand,
Mm-hmm.
then we actually can help you create that content based on the brand and strategy that we help you to do. So if you need photos or videography or any drone work, we can do that. So if you're in the areas of real estate, any type of professional, anything or personal, we can help you with that. And then we have our beautiful digital marketing team that can help you to create all the ads you need and make sure that all the content and strategy gets in front of the right people.
Yeah, and that's what I learned about business. There are two things, very important components in the business: marketing. I said it, market and budget. You need to have a marketing team, and you need to also have a financial team,
Yes.
outsource accounting. That's why we're here, a business service solution. We are. If you have 4 pillars in your business, these are the 2 pillars:
Absolutely.
marketing and budgeting.
And budgeting. So,
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chris. Now, Chris has had me out here all morning.
Where?
We worked out this morning at about 6 a.m. And
6 in the morning.
6 in the morning.
Because we have this 30-day challenge.
Oh my
What
God!
is it?
And we've been at 3 beautiful networking events. Before it's not even. It's just turned 1:30, guys. So, and then we're about to go to another meeting with the PR team. But Chris asked, "What am I eating?" I am eating some bread pudding from a
Alfredo's. Yeah, they are more like what this
It's like a mom
Mexican
and pop.
restaurant,
I don't know.
like a Latin. By the way, guys, we actually started our 30-day challenge. I don't even know what the challenge. I just if you say jump, I'm gonna say how high. So because I trust Terry, I trust my friends. They're not gonna lead me anywhere but in the betterment of our future.
Yes.
But speaking of future, we had, what is a 30-day challenge, by the way, that we started?
Okay, so the 30-day challenge, it is called the
All right, we have to go exercise, right?
One second. Let me find the actual name.
All right.
They gave the challenge a name.
Okay,
Now,
while he's looking, it's
I'm
just
gonna
like
find the name of the challenge
to keep
because
us moving, like physical
Okay,
exercise.
So the challenge is called the Heat Quest.
The
Now,
Heat
basically,
Quest.
what that is a 30-day challenge where we have to go to the gym every day,
Yes.
and we have to be very consistent. And for me and Chris, it's been a good way to start our day.
Yeah, because that's what they said. Physiology is psychology. Go
Yeah.
and check Tony Robbins, okay? When you say physiology and psychology, our body, the more active we are, the more that our body release oxygen on our blood, and then this gives us to think, and then also keep us alert. These are natural mood enhancement, because our physiology is our emotion. And then Tony Robbins said, emotion is energy in motion.
Yes.
Andale, there
Oh
you
my
go.
God,
So
everything.
that's we've been consistent, no? 5 days already.
No, yeah, we've been 5 days straight. It's actually been very, very nice.
This is straight.
I feel better. We're out here. We're moving around. So,
Yeah.
Like Tony Robbins said, emotion, energy, in
Emotion.
motion. I mean, that is the truth.
Yeah, exactly,
That is
because
the truth.
and then the more that you keep going 30 days, it becomes whatever you think become your action, whatever your action become your words become your hobby, and your habit becomes your
Yes,
lifestyle.
period.
So that's why we start our day early. And then the Chinese always believe that there are only 3 rules in life. You have to start early, stay late, work smarter, and then repeat. Okay,
Yes.
guys, remember that. There you go. So many. We're gonna release our book, Chris and Terry.
Oh my God.
That-
Chris and
Chris
Terry.
and
So,
Chris and yeah, we're actually gonna launch our. We have so many plans, right?
yes.
But the most important is we're enjoying it. We're enjoying the
Yes.
journey. I mean, it's not always like rainbow and sunshine. There
No, no.
are there are things that how are we gonna do it, right? So we're gonna be. I sent him to Frisco.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's not always real. Chris sent me to Frisco today, guys, to go to another networking event. And when I got there, he told me, "Oh, no, 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 go, go, go. It's going to be going on until 11." It was from 8 to 9.
But the good thing about it, he knows how to turn lemon to lemonade.
Yeah, so I was able to meet one of the VP and the
Yeah.
senior directors.
Mhm.
They knew, well, they liked my energy. So, rule number one, get you some good friends and
Yeah.
also attitude. Stay positive, regardless of what you're going through,
Mhm.
stay positive because attitude is everything and people can sense energy. Everybody wants to be around people with good attitudes. And so and also make sure to get some really good friends who support you and push you.
And in lieu to what Terry was saying, the positivity can keep that brings your reality to life.
Yes.
Because we it's like again psychology, physiology, whatever the mind conceive, the body perceive.
Yep, that's
Situation, but also remember what I learned about business, especially this is less road travel, so you need to travel with people that have the same vision, that have the same passion, avoid the negativity. We have an option to surround ourselves with
Absolutely.
people that are positive or the people that are goal-getter. And actually we did the personality test today. The disc, have you done the disc? Guys, these are just random thoughts, but I know just get your takeaways and then take it from there. Okay. So we did the personality test, the DISC.
Yeah, and you're a lion.
Did
I
you
was
know
in honors.
the disc personality before?
No.
All right, the disc because I have a background in
I mean,
health,
I knew
mental
a
health.
little bit, but not.
So D is driven, I is implied, S is steady, C is compliant. But it's an easier to digest. D represents lion, and then the I represents otter,
Mhm.
and then S represents golden retriever, and C represents bear. I don't even know. Other this personality test they use northwest, southeast. But you know what? The easier is the disc, the
Yeah.
dominant. And in lieu to that, we have to drive.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'll interview you.
yeah, I'm gonna start driving.
So
Let me get. Where are we going? We're going to Addison.
and then one time we're gonna to you, yeah, to the and one time guys we're gonna give you a car tour inside the office. We convert our car to a mobile office. We have the charger, we have the laptop, we have the battery pack. The only thing right now we're gonna work on the personal hotspot. This is like it's like a yeah, it's like a carpool
No, it's very
karaoke.
nice. Today I worked in the back in the office. Chris has this really nice laptop set up.
Yeah.
It's not made for MacBooks.
Yeah, the only thing here we have, the only thing that we're trying to beat the heat here is the Texas heat. Because to be honest, this internet of mine, the cell phone that I'm using, they could shut down because if it's too hot, that's why I have to put the AC all the way up because it's gonna shut our iPhone. They have this temperature control. But while now, so we're gonna provide you daily content because one thing that we learn about the business is consistency and commitment, right? And then the others is character because they said what I learned that you can always train skills and knowledge, but character is the first thing that you want to find in finding you don't need to be really a business partner, but you could be a strategic partner in any endeavor that you're doing for your business. Okay, so we're doing now the 30-day challenge. We're on day 5. So what's your takeaways about so far on a 5-day? We're doing 5-day challenge. We're already in the 5th day.
Yes.
Okay.
No, we've been moving very consistently. I think what I like is the fact that we start our days off with a good workout and like a mind body, and then we're able to like win the day. So like by the time 2 o'clock comes, we've already been so productive. We met so many people, and it's really been a good challenge for me. It's much different than my usual. Because usual, I do a lot
The
of meet
routine.
and greets at night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but this has been really good for me because I've started to do a lot of meet and greets in the morning, and I'm a morning person really, so I don't mind doing the mornings. It's been really good for me.
Yeah, me too. I used to really wake up before the you have to make sure that you're up before the sunrise, and then you go home before the after the sunset. So basically, that's like the a lot of especially in the Philippines, the self-made. They have they're very disciplined, and this is one thing. And then also one thing that we want to share the 30-day challenge is actually more the health is wealth,
Yes.
because no matter what successful you are, like you have tons of money, but if you're sick, there's nothing, right?
No,
There,
there's nothing.
people will pay for just to get well, and they're willing to pay. They said, this Steve Jobs said, if you don't take food well, you're going to eat the medicine like a food.
Oh my
So that's
God.
what he said, and it's a good activity for us. We empower, we push and pull each other, and
Yes.
then we gotta go. We gotta
We got. No, it's been really good. It's been really, really good.
we gotta do what we gotta
We
do.
gotta do what we gotta do. And I remember, you know, we're working toward wealth and we're working toward building something. But you're right, health is wealth.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter how much money you get. You can't enjoy it because you're sick.
and that's why my like the tips that were like for me, you just do baby steps. If you're not waking up early, let's say 7, try to wake up like 6:30, and then do 15 minutes for the first 2 3 weeks until you get there, because the more that consistency, it builds that kind of momentum until you're craving for more, and then your body still adjust. Because for me, my stress reliever is cardio and exercise. How do you handle stress?
I handle stress. I like to work out to handle stress too, but I do a lot of meditation, and I like to sit in my um, I like to sit in my quiet space with my
Yeah.
meditation music and think.
That's actually another thing that I did my acronym. I created my acronym. I shared it to Terry. I have a regular routine. I called it the PAMES. The PAMES acronym. Maybe you guys can adopt this. By the way, after this live, we are live on YouTube. You can watch the replay on my YouTube channel, Chris Wycoco. But always follow Larjo Media, LARRJO
Yes.
media.com for oh well no, actually your link is attached to my
Yeah, you can find.
YouTube.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
always have the call to action, do you need marketing something, and then
oh,
larger media.
click below, guys.
Yes, and go. So that's what I said. Until you have to invest to yourself, and we're going back again to really find tools in a day to the PAMES. So what I do, and then you can customize it the way you want it. P stands for prayer. We need to have that spiritual relationship
Yes.
directly. You don't need to go to the church. You can just have daily Bible verse. There's so many apps. The second is affirmation. So usually I write 5 minutes, just typing 5 minutes. They have 15 minutes. There's also an app, a positive affirmation app. And then after affirmation, letter M is meditation, like what you're doing.
Yes.
Then I meditated, and Terry took a picture. It looks like I'm sleeping. I can only, to be honest, at this time, I can only do 5 minutes. How many minutes you can meditate?
Well, I can probably meditate and pray all day, but I have
Pero
time
ideally,
before. Oh, sorry.
like in the morning.
In the morning, there's no set time for me. I mean, like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It just depends. I mean, I don't have to have really, really long prayers.
Yeah.
Or I don't even have to meditate forever. I can just sit there and not meditate longer, sometimes when I just in my quiet space. Maybe 10 minutes,
Yeah, meditation
5 to
is
10 minutes.
very important to feel the 3 deep breaths, and then make sure your feet is touching the ground. So that's, and then also like this kind of thing to welcome the energy. And so that's meditation. E is exercise. So that's why PAME. And then S is optional. S is social media. I put all the picture. I throw a lot of stuff because I'm cleaning my photos. The social media, I throw everything there, and then I delete it. I cannot. There's a lot. But now we're gonna go more like in depth and personal, because I'd like everybody can be an inspiration to someone.
I agree.
Speaking of inspiration, because me and Terry were all new in Dallas, and the thing is, we did not start like for the past two. I mean, from the decades on this company. But how did you start, Terry? I know you have a different job before. Can you tell us about your backstory?
Oh my God! So it's funny. That's why you got to get some really really good friends who support you
Yeah.
and who motivate you. So I was actually driving trucks,
Yeah.
and I was building my marketing company. So I was working in marketing and driving trucks at the same time, and I even had an office in my 18-wheeler.
Mhm.
But I was at the point I was at a place where I really wanted to create a more more local life.
Yeah.
And then I was having to be at all the networking events, and so it just kind of got really really tough on me trying to maintain, with all the clients, and then also driving an 18-wheeler for 12 hours. It was a lot.
Yeah,
You
10
know,
wheeler truck, and it's not, no kidding. You're always on the road, and then I think it's just the risk of driving and
yeah, it's a risk. It's a very dangerous job, and I want to give a shout out to all the truckers out there because most people don't understand how much mental strength and physical strength that goes into driving trucks. And so, and truckers, make sure that you take time
the rest.
to rest and work on your mental health because a lot of times
That can be lonely.
you get very lonely. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of solitude. You're always going. You really don't have a lot of time for self, and then it's like by the time you make it home, you wake up and you have to do the same thing over.
Yeah, that's why I said, oh no, you know what? Guys, we're choose progress, so this is the microphone for now.
Oh,
Don't worry, they're gonna hear it. Yeah, so that's why it's basically if you have the deeper why, the easier the how, right?
Yes.
So during that time, your why. What is your why being a truck driver?
Initially, I became a truck driver because my brother-in-law kind of posed the idea to me. I was working corporate at the time, and I was working remote, and I ended up quitting my job. So I had a remote job out of New York City. And I
Yeah.
quit my job and I became a trucker, which I never saw myself being a trucker. But at that time, it was really cool. I mean, COVID happened, and I got a chance to kind of see the United States, and so that was one of the whys. I was like, oh man, I can make some money, and then I can also travel and see the world. And so it's a very unique experience for me at that time.
So how did you get into marketing? Is it something that is already your hobby?
Yeah, well, marketing, being being a small at that time a small business owner, I had to learn how to do a lot of things,
Yeah.
and I had already I knew about marketing because my some of my background, but I've been owning a business. You started wearing a lot of hats, and so I was always a creative, and I had a good friend of mine who she was like, "You're already doing marketing." And so why don't you offer it to your clients? And I was like, you know what? That's a really good idea because, as a creative, sometimes, you focus so much on the creative part, but then, that's really only one aspect of it. I mean, some of the stuff you create, you still got to get it out in front of the right people. And so,
Right.
because I was already doing that, I started to offer it for my clients.
Do you think whatever you do right now, has it something to do with the nature and nurture aspect? Were you born from the time that you started to write and read? It's something that you like to do, editing.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
You know what? I have always enjoyed just being creative and self-expressive. That's always been my thing. I used to, whether it's art, whether it's dance, whether it's music, I've just always been, around the arts and a super creative person. So I would say some of it is nature, and then, but at the same time, nurture is super important because you still have to refine certain skills, and it takes. Sometimes environment plays an important role, and it takes really good people to support you and help you develop your skills.
And this is what I learned from Brian Tracy. Any knowledge you learn is already obsolete on the next 2 years.
Oh my God,
Have you heard that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I look at who I was 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh my God, who is that?
Yeah, exactly. And the only constant things in life is change.
Change is the only. It's change.
Yeah, I mean, change is not always for the better. You have to change for the better, not for the worse, right? That you scale down, and that's why it's very inspiring to hear your story because I mean, you beat against all odds. Of course, you move out, right? Where were you born, and then where did you move?
Oh
for
yeah.
Garnishment
So I
Audits?
grew up in a small town. I grew up in a small town in Mississippi, and so that it's a very simple life. But I moved out because I always, I lost my mother young too. So I lost my mom at 16. And so that was also another challenge. We can talk about that in another episode.
Yeah, another episode.
But yeah, I moved out of the small town I was from, and then I went to college about 3 hours from where I grew up, and then I moved from there to Atlanta, and then back, and then New York City.
Oh wow,
So I moved to some pretty big cities.
What made you decide to move on different cities?
Well, I've always kind of been big on you don't know who you are unless you put yourself in new environments. And
yes,
so
actually.
I think environment is so important. And so I wanted to be in an environment where I could see who will I be if I lived in a big city. Yeah. Would I kind of get lost, or would I adapt and I would see just a different version of myself? And so that kind of started my my journey.
Yeah, because I believe in proximity is power. So even though no matter how talented you are, for example, you're the seed, but if the soil is not that fertile.
Right, so that's how.
Yeah, this is part of our journey. We get lost.
Okay, guys. So yeah, I took the wrong exit, but you know what? It's so we can talk.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up in 3 minutes because I have a meeting. So guys, this is what we do: symphony of efficiency rather than waste of motion. Rather than us not producing content and just talking to each other. Might as well bring it out there. Somebody out there might be able to relate $1 billion.
No, I agree.
Guy. So social media is free, right? You just post and post. It's content. Yeah, that's really admirable because that's what I learned. If you're a seed, your soil should be fertile. When we say fertile, these are the people that you're surrounded yourself with, successful entrepreneurs or people that have massive leaders and social. Oh my God, that's
oh
my
goodness,
that's
I love
my
it.
time. That's my time. Okay, guys, we're gonna. I have to jump with my other meeting today. But again, if you like this channel, please let me know, comment, and subscribe below at Chris Wycoco. We're gonna bring more contents daily. Again, stay safe. Again, this is Chris and Terry Show. We're bringing your business and life to the spotlight.